American Forces Radio and Television Service, this is Chuck Cecil with a Big Band Countdown. In this edition of the Countdown, it'll be the 10 most popular records in the United States during the fourth week of April in the swinging year of 1944. From a compilation of music magazines, sheet music sales, jukebox selections, and record sales, these are the original and sometimes scratchy recordings that now make up the Big Band Countdown. That fourth week of April, swinging year 1944, and counting down to record number 10.
On the swing ship all night, turning out my quota. All right, now I'm beat right down to the side. Gotta catch myself some righteous knot. So, milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Milkman, stop that grade A riot. Cut out if you can't lullaby it. Oh, milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Been knocking out a fat tank all day, working on a bomber. Okay, boy, you blast my wig with those clinks, and I got to catch my 40 winks. So, milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Now, noise off the river to right, don't mind it, 'cause the man with the whiskers has a lot behind it, but I can't keep punching with the victory crew when you're making me punch you with that bottle move. I want to give my all if I'm going to give it, but I got to get my shut-eye if I'm going to rip it. So bail out, bud, with that milk barrage, 'cause it's unpatriotic, it's a sabotage. Been knocking out a fat tank all day, working on a bomber. Okay, boy, you blast my wig with those clinks, and I got to catch my 40 winks. So, milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Ooh, milkman, keep those bottles quiet. Ooh, milkman, keep those bottles quiet.
Quiet!
During that fourth week of April in the swinging year of 1944, singer Ella Mae Morris had America's 10th most popular recording. It was a tune called Milkman, Keep Those Bottles Quiet, and a reminder, America was involved in World War II at that point in time. Milkman, Keep Those Bottles Quiet, it was record number 10. Continuing the countdown to record number 9.
Don't sweetheart me if you don't mean it. Don't talk sweet words if they're not true. Don't tear my heart like it was paper, because my heart loves only you. You can't go around sweethearting others and then pretend that I'm yours exclusively. Love must be true, mean what you're saying, unless you do. Don't sweetheart me.
That was Lawrence Welk and his orchestra. Long before he became famed for his champagne music on television, he was making records that were in America's Top 10. Lawrence Welk's big band on the 4th week of April, 1944, with America's 9th most popular record, a tune called Don't Sweetheart Me. Wayne Marsh sang the words to record number 9 in the Big Band Countdown. What is alcoholism? Well, in simple terms, it's an illness resulting in uncontrolled drinking of alcoholic beverages. How do you know if you're an alcoholic? Well, do you drink in the morning, deny or conceal drinking? Does drinking become a daily necessity? If you have any of these symptoms, you may be an alcoholic. Drinking can hurt not only you, but it makes your family suffer too. So be sensible. If you think you have a problem, see your alcoholism counselor. That 4th week of April, swinging year 1944, Franklin D. Roosevelt was President of the United States. Bing Crosby, Gary Cooper, Betty Grable, Spencer Tracy were top attractions at the movies. And it was during that week that meat rationing ended in the United States. The war was on, but new records were being made. Here is a big band extra, a record that was just 1 month old at the time of our survey.
Tumbling down. I want you to know, sweetheart, I miss you so. Although you love somebody else, I'm just a fool, can't help myself, 'cause I still love you, sweetheart, I still love you. But there are many fools like me. But what can I do, sweetheart? I still love you.
Buddy Johnson's orchestra made that recording of a tune called I Still Love You just a month before our survey, the 29th day of March, 1944. Ella Johnson sang the words to the tune, I Still Love You. And this is Chuck Cecil with a big band extra as we return now to the countdown. For the 4th week of April, 1944. This was America's 8th most popular recording.
Imagine you imagining
imagine that you love me and starting on a family tree. Imagine starting on a family tree. The papa is you and the mama is me. If your heart goes bumpity-bump, it's love, love, love. If your throat comes up with a lump, it's love, love, love. If your knees go knockety-knock, it's love, love, love. If you're cuckoo like the cuckoo in the clock, it's love, love, love. Imagine you imagining a cozy flat, complete with running dog and a cat. Imagine having running dog and a cat, and we will have welcome all over the flat. If your heart goes bumpity-bump, it's love, love, love. If your throat comes up with a lump, it's love, it's love. If your knees go knock, 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 it's love, love, love. If you're cuckoo like the cuckoo in the park, it's love, love, love. Imagine you imagining a man and wife. We'll go and buy a fork and a knife. Imagine eating with a fork and a knife. How rich we will be for the rest of our life. If your heart goes bumpity-bump, it's love, oh boy, it's love. If your throat feels a lump, it's love, love, love. When your knees go knockety-knock, it's love, it's love, it's love. If you're cuckoo like the cuckoo in the clock, it's love, it's love,
It's love.
Lord, it's love.
During that fourth week of April 1944, the company for which the King Sisters recorded was being struck by the musicians. So the King Sisters had to sing their songs a cappella with an assist from a male singing group. The King Sisters, with a tune called It's Love, 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 was in number 8 position. Counting down the fourth week of April 1944, counting down now to record number 7.
Long ago and far away, I dreamed a dream one day, and now that dream is here beside me. Long the skies were overcast, but now the clouds have passed. You're here. The dream I dreamed was not denied me. Just one look and
Obviously, the company for whom Joe Stafford recorded had solved their differences with the Musicians' Union by the fourth week of April 1944, because Joe Stafford had a beautiful background of music provided by Paul Weston and his orchestra to the tune called Long Ago and Far Away. And during that last week of April 1944, her recording was in number 7 position, record number 7 in this edition of the Big Band Countdown. You know, solving crimes would be a lot easier for the authorities with the help of witnesses. But too often we look, see what's going on, and not just walk away, but run. Why? Because we don't want to get involved. Well, one of these days you may find yourself on the victim's end of a crime, and you're going to need someone to tell it like it was. So think it over. Get involved. If more people did, we'd have less crime. Remember, crime prevention begins with you. That fourth week of April of the swinging year, 1944. World War II was beginning to turn in favor of the Allied forces, both in Europe as well as in the Pacific. In New York's Metropolitan Opera House, a young composer by the name of Leonard Bernstein was being acclaimed for his ballet, Fancy Free. In jazz, new voices were being heard, some playing in new styles, some in traditional styles. That was Sid Catlett and his quartet. They made that recording of an old tune called Linger a While, a new recording for our survey period of time. It was only 5 weeks old. Linger a While, recorded the 8th day of March, 1944. It featured Sid Catlett playing the drums, Ben Webster on tenor, Marlo Morris was the piano man, John Simmons on bass. We heard it now as a little band extra before we return to the countdown. The fourth week of April, swinging year 1944. Counting down, here's record number 6.
Imagine you imagining that you love me and starting on a family tree. Imagine starting on a family tree. The mama is you and the papa is me. If your heart goes bump-a-dee-bump,
It's love, love, love.
if your throat comes up with a lump,
It's love, love, love.
if your knees go knock-a-dee-knock,
It's love, love, love.
if you cuckoo like the cuckoo in the clock,
It's love, love, love.
Imagine you imagining a cozy flat, complete with running dog and cat. Imagine having running dog and cat, and we will have welcome on top of the mat. If your heart goes bump-a-dee-bump,
It's love, love, love.
if your throat comes up with a lump,
It's love, love, love.
if your knees go knock-a-dee-knock,
It's love, love, love.
if you cuckoo like a cuckoo in the clock,
It's love, love, love.
Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians. For the fourth week of April 1944, they had the 6th most popular record in the United States. Guy Lombardo, his Royal Canadians, a tune called It's Love, Love, Love. Record number 6 in this edition of the Big Band Countdown. This is Chuck Cecil for American Forces Radio and Television Service with a Big Band Countdown, the 10 most popular records during the last week of April 1944. From vintage editions of magazines and original, sometimes scratchy records, comes this edition of the Big Band Countdown. The fourth week of April of the swinging year 1944 and counting down. Here is record number 5.
Oh, I'm packing my grip and I'm leaving today, 'cause I'm taking a trip California way. I'm gonna settle down and never more roam and make the San Fernando Valley my home. I'll forget my sins, yes, yes, I'll be making new friends where the west begins and the sunset ends. 'cause I've decided where you truly, really ought to be. And it's the San Fernando Valley for me. I think that I'm safe in stating she will be waiting when my lonely journey is done. And kindly old Reverend Thomas made us a promise he will make the two of us one. So I'm hitting the trail to the cow country. You can forward my mail, care of RFD. I'm gonna settle down and never more roam, and make the San Fernando Valley my home. I think that I'm safe in stating he's gonna be waiting when my lonely journey is done. And kindly old Reverend Thomas made us a promise he will make the two of us one. So I'm hitting the trail to the cow country. You can forward my mail, care of RFD. I'm gonna settle down and never more roam, and make the San Fernando Valley my home. And make the San Fernando Valley my home. And make the San Fernando Valley my home.
It was the fourth week of April, 1944, and Bing Crosby was living in the San Fernando Valley on the outskirts of Los Angeles, and his recording of the tune was in number 5 position, record number 5, counting down to number 4. David Rose, his orchestra, his composition, a tune called Holiday for Strings, record number 4 in this edition of the Big Band Countdown. The uniformed services have traditionally offered medical care to servicemen and women at service hospitals. And Champus, the civilian health and medical program of the uniformed services, offers health care from civilian sources on a cost-sharing basis to spouses and children of active duty and retired members, retirees themselves, and survivors. Champus is one of the major benefits of a service career. Along with the care from service facilities, it's one of the main reasons service families are among the healthiest in the world. That's Champus. The last week of April, swinging year 1944. In the world of music, there were new kinds of sounds by new kinds of personalities. They called themselves the Kansas City Seven. Actually, they were all members of the Count Basie Big Band, including Lester Young on tenor and the Count on piano. They called the tune Destination KC, and they made the record just 5 weeks before our survey. And this is Chuck Cecil turning from an extra to the countdown. Counting down, record number 3.
I dreamed a dream one day, and now that dream is here beside me. Long the skies were overcast, but now the clouds have passed. You're here at last. Chills run up and down my spine. Aladdin's lamp is mine. The dream I dreamed was not denied me. Just one look and then I knew that all I longed for long ago was you.
The voices of Helen Forrest and Dick Hames and their recording of a tune called Long Ago and Far Away. For that fourth week of April 1944, it was record number 3. Record number 3. Counting down, here is record number 2.
I'll see it through. Poverty may come to me, it's true. But what care I? Say I'll get by as long as I have you. liberty may come to me. It's true. But what care I? Say I'll get by as long as I have you.
By the fourth week of April 1944, that record was 3 years old, and yet it was there in the top 10. Harry James's orchestra. Dick Haymes had been the van vocalist 3 years earlier, and they had recorded I'll Get By, record number 2. Here's a big band extra that was only 2 weeks old.
The sky was blue and high above. The moon was new and so was love. This eager heart of mine was singing, lover, where can you be? You came at last, love had its day. That day is past, you've gone away. This aching heart of mine is singing, lover, come back to me. When I remember every little thing you used to do, I'm so lonely. Every road I walk along with you. No wonder I am lonely. The sky is blue, the night is cold, the moon is new, but love is old. And while I'm waiting here, this heart of mine is singing, lover, come back to me. When I remember every little thing you used to do, I'm so lonely. Every road I walked along with you. No wonder I am lonely. The sky is blue, the night is cold, the moon is new, but love is old. And while I'm waiting here, this lonely heart is singing, lover, come back to me.
Just 2 weeks before this survey, Billie Holiday was in New York City with Eddie Haywood, his piano and orchestra, for that recording session that produced Lover, Come Back to Me. We heard it now as an extra before we conclude this edition of the Big Band Countdown. Kids all across the U.S. are hopping into immunization. It's all part of a national promotional campaign put on by the American Medical Association Auxiliary. The doctors' wives have been painting special hopscotch courts on the pavement of schoolyards with the boxes labeled with diseases and immunization substituted for sky blue. The campaign is intended to alert parents and children on the need for immunization against polio, measles, mumps, diphtheria, whooping cough, and tetanus. And now, here is America's favorite record for that fourth week of April of the swinging year 1944. This was record number 1.
I love you, hums the April breeze. I love golden dawn agrees, as once more she sees daffodils. It's spring again, and birds on the wing again start to sing again the old melody. I love you, that's the song of songs, and it all belongs to you and me. On the wing again, start to sing again the old melody. I love you, that's the song of songs, and it all belongs to you and
in number one position that fourth week of April, swinging year 1944, the voice of Bing Crosby backed by John Scott Trotter's orchestra. The tune called I Love You, record number one in this edition of the Big Band Countdown. This has been Chuck Cecil with the Big Band Countdown. In the past hour, we've listened to the 10 most popular records in the United States during the fourth week of April, 1944. From a collection of vintage publications and original, sometimes scratchy records, this has been my survey of yesterday's top 10, the Big Band Countdown.
The American Forces Network, Europe.
66 USARA soldiers died in traffic accidents during the past year.
Slow down.
It's not Knit One Pearl Two.
It's something better.
What is it?
A beginning sewing class, August 15th through September 19th.
Learn how to sew and save money.
It's all being offered by the Drake Edwards Education Center.
Needles and pins.
Ribbons and bows.
Here's your chance to look good.
From your head to your toes.
For more information, call Drake Military, 8259.
Serving you 24 hours a day in AM and full stereo FM, we're AFN Frankfurt.
It's noon in Central Europe.
AFN News from the major U.S. networks and wire services.
Good afternoon, I'm Specialist Paul Lee. The two British balloonists have reportedly ditched their craft 117 miles west of Brest on the French coast. They are reported safe, and there are several boats in the area. One of those boats is expected to pick up Christopher Davy and Don Cameron very shortly. Sea and weather conditions are reported good for the expected rescue. The two were attempting to become the first to cross the Atlantic in a balloon, but have had severe problems with leaks and bad weather. A slowdown by French air traffic controllers is compounding the normally busy summer air traffic in Paris and Britain. Passengers are facing long flight delays and huge airport crowds. A stick-out by Air Jamaica pilots is expected to continue today. The surprise job action by the carrier's Jamaican pilots forced a shutdown yesterday, stranding as many 1,200 passengers in North America. Paper mill strikes on the West Coast are causing serious shortages in some necessity paper items on the West Coast. CBS correspondent Barbara Taylor reports.
1,000 workers in paper mills up and down the West Coast have been on strike for over 3 weeks. Those mills produce most of the paper used in the western United States for toilet tissue, paper towels, and newspapers. The paper companies are already beginning to feel the pinch, and distributors are now saying that if the walkout does not end soon, supplies will be exhausted. Many paper companies stockpiled paper in anticipation of the strike, but they say a critical shortage will occur within 30 to 60 days. After that, toilet paper and towels will disappear from the grocery shelves, and newspapers will be either printing more words on a page or limiting their editions. Already, Crown Zellerbach Paper Company, a major distributor in Seattle, has reduced shipping to 60% of its orders of newsprint in an attempt to outlast the strikers. Barbara Taylor for CBS News, San Francisco.
U.S. Mideast negotiator Alfred Atherton is to meet today with Egyptian President Anwar Sadat in Alexandria. Atherton's 2 days of talks with Egypt's foreign minister reportedly have been marked by pressure on the United States to take a more active role in trying to break the stalemate in the peace talks. The assassination of 2 high-ranking Spanish Army officers 8 days ago apparently has failed to provoke an army uprising. Spain's Joint Chiefs of Staff yesterday pledged that no terrorist acts will swerve the armed forces from their loyalty to King Juan Carlos and his democratic government. Meanwhile, just across the border, Portugal is searching for a new government. UPI's Nat Gibson reports from Lisbon.
The president has now met with the big 4 parties to discuss Portugal's crippling political crises. The results were not very encouraging for him. Each of the party leaders had a different idea on the formula for the creation of a new government. The socialists insisted no cabinet could be formed without their participation. They were backed to a certain extent by the communist and conservative center Democrats, who also demanded party participation. All 3 said they opposed early general elections. By contrast, Social Democrat leader Sacanero says an election is the only way out of the impasse. He also backs the president's tendency towards the formation of a government of technocrats. These divergent views have greatly complicated the president's task, for no matter which way he turns, he is going to make somebody mad. This is Nat Gibson, reporting from Lisbon.
Delegates attending the conference of non-aligned nations in Belgrade postponed adjournment early today. They've scheduled another meeting later in the day in an attempt to reach a compromise on the issue of foreign intervention in developing countries. Tropical storm Agnes hit Hong Kong for the second time in a week today, bringing heavy rains and gale-force winds. 2 persons drowned and a third was buried in a mudslide. A spokesman for the Royal Observatory says a typhoon south of Japan forced Agnes back toward Hong Kong after the storm moved out to sea Thursday. The Central European forecast for the remainder of today calls for fair to partly cloudy skies, with haze becoming partly cloudy to locally cloudy skies, with widely isolated afternoon and evening thunderstorms. The outlook for tonight calls for fair skies with thunderstorms ending near midnight. And that's the news from the major U.S. networks and wire services. I'm Specialist Paul Lee, AFN News.